watchtowers that are just, well, wooden watchtowers. They've got an actual ladder to climb up the side. But other than that, uh, nothing really noteworthy about them. And you will be able to see that in the picture. They are just wooden watchtowers.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yes. I mean, Coyote will. I mean, he's already agreed. I guess so. Like I say, is there anything else?
Exactly what I was asking you. Any questions, comments, curiosities?
Trusair will he'll get up from his chair and say, "No, I think we should get started on this very, very serious, very run. Even though we have an extended amount of time to do this. All right, everyone, we need to do some planning." And obviously, this room is currently occupied. Trusair will make his way for the door.
Vice will get up and follow him.
Twitch will just kind of look confused at this whole scene, then say, and do we just contact you at the same number you used to contact us when we have the package, or do you have a drop location for us?
The same number. I'll come and pick it up myself. Transport it however you like. The way it's packaged, it shouldn't require any special device to transport. As far as I'm aware. But I'm not entirely sure. It may require an active matrix connection, an active device to store. I don't know for sure how it works. It should be fine. You should be able to figure it out. I'm not sure. It's just, and the note, she'll point out where in the notes it mentions it. A program that should be labeled JBN. And then part 1, like something that's labeled something that that's part 1 of a RAR or some packaging file, and it's just been split up, and it's just one piece of it. But she'll say, "Yeah, just go ahead and call me, and I'll pick it up myself."
All right then.
Yep. Coyote will nod respectfully and make his way out the door.
Did Truthsayer grab the binder?
No, since Twitch was looking at that extensively, figured Twitch could be the whole one. Hold on, Trusair is perfectly happy just leaving.
All right, then Twitch will close the binder, pick back up her disposable comlink, and start walking calmly for the door. Still not sure why Truthsayer's so afraid of that shapeshifter.
Yeah, and on that note, as if Coyote's the least bit close to Truthsayer on the way out, he'll glance at him and say,
"He's out the front door already."
He's gone already.
He hasn't left, like, on his bike. He's out the front door.
Has the dwarf been sprinting after him?
Coyote could not catch him.
There was a brisk walk involved. He might have taken the steps 3 at a time.
Vice just falls behind him because he's like, He's learned to trust the mage in most things.
Trusair like look behind him. There's Vice, just sort of like this confused, like, what are you doing? Like, is this like when you made yourself bleed in the desert last week?
Does this have to do with that?
Are you still suffering from symptoms?
Yeah, Twitch has in no way learned to trust Truthsayer to necessarily be on top of things.
Absolutely not. But Trusair, we'll wait for everyone to leave, and join him out in the front. The frown has dissipated a bit less. It's gone away so much. It's not like firmly set in chiseled stone with clenched teeth to match.
Yeah, gotta say, too much caffeine this morning?
Eyes narrow. Sort of like lean in conspiratorially, mindful of the cameras that are in front of the building. I'm gonna say this once.
Okay.
Mr. Johnson is Hestaby.
Who?
I think you'd know who that is.
He might not.
Yeah.
He might have forgotten.
The only one I think who has a possibility of not knowing who Hestaby is Vice. Everyone else knows for sure who the fuck Hestaby is.
Has to be. Is that an urban brawl player? No.
The eyes that narrowed will like widen, like in like this mortified, dear God.
You will have seen Coyote immediately jerk his head towards the door of the bar and like look at it like it just exploded or something.
Twitch, previously calm and pretty happy about this job, will suddenly go pale, her eyes going wide.
Okay, let's try a different tactic. Vice. Are you familiar? Well, you know about the great dragons, right?
Yeah, of course everyone knows about them.
Mr. Johnson is one of them.
The look on Vice's face suddenly goes... Duff. One of confusion, and then he's like, shit.
Now you understand. So, let's get to work. Trusair would like to have tried to muster a fake smile there, but the lips like attempt to curl up and then just go back down to frown.
Yeah, Coyote said, yeah, not like anything ever goes wrong working for dragons. And he'll just shrug in his car.
Twitch will just sort of look back at the bar, then back at the crew, then back at the bar again, like, oh God, why can't I take this back?
Yeah.
Oh god, oh god.
Yeah, as an out of character note, Cody might not trust you to make all the decisions anymore.
Fuck.
So, anybody have a different haunt or place to set up where we could go about trying to plan this, or got a good angle for how we're going to start looking into this with the sort of binder there of information we have?
I don't even.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Twitch, take your time. It's okay. We got it at least a month. And you wouldn't want to disappoint Mr. Johnson, would you?
I think I need a drink.
Do you have a different bar in mind?
Twitch will look back towards the bar again, then back towards the crew.
Truesayer gestures with a gloved hand. You're more than welcome to use this one.
I think I've got some tequila at my place.
Twitch will, Twitch will get a very sort of, I guess, a affirmative look from Truesayer, like, you know, I think that sounds like a great idea. Mind if I join you?
Yeah. Yeah, no, we'll, sure.
We can begin planning right then at that moment.
Yeah, planning, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear tequila's good for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coyote will fish a flask out of his glove box. Say, "I'll join you. I'll bring my own."
Great, we can get started on our very serious payday.
I'll go get started on that tequila. And I apologize in advance if there are ammunition belts on the furniture.
No problem at all.
And then Twitch is going to drive back to her apartment.
Truesayer will drive in the direction of Twitch's apartment, for he is familiar with its location after what happened with the dwarf family. So how's Twitch doing over there?
Oh, you know, she's pretty happy that she's no longer in debt to the Mafia, but is apparently working for a dragon now.
The usual.
Definitely, you know, moving up in the world.
Absolutely. Just as Mr. Johnson had marketed it.
Yep.
Yeah,
This is
Hayes
definitely
wasn't a liar.
safer and more profitable.
I'm glad Truesayer has enough credibility to convince everyone on the first try.
Never again.
No, Coyote just still remembers that awesome roll on the very first mission where you talked that guy from like, what was it, like 20,000 to 60 or something crazy.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
You know, my name is Truesayer. I say the truth. It's in the name. Oh, goodness. Flash forward like 2 hours later. It's all the job.
Yeah, Coyote will have put his rover on pilot controlled, and when he steps out, he will smell of bourbon just a little bit.
Of course. You don't have to worry about drunk driving when you're not the one driving.
Absolutely. One of the great modern inventions in Shadowrun. Absolutely.
So, this dragon.
Is Mr. Johnson. Do I need to keep explaining that advice?
No.
Alright. Try to be a bit better composed about it. We're going to have to meet with Mr. Johnson again. Whether we succeed or fail.
By this point, since it's, you know, 2 some hours later,
Right.
Twitch will be at the state of saying things like, "She's gonna eat me."
No. We're gonna do this job alright. She wouldn't just eat us. There are far worse things a dragon can do. We'll be okay.
Not helping.
Look, we're gonna get the job done. I'm familiar with Lone Star. I've done some work in Seattle. They're out just a little bit shy of the Mojave. It's not gonna be as dangerous. No paracritters. No sort of things ambushing us. It'll be good. It'll be good. We got some time. It's not a rush job. A lot of surveillance. We got to stay away from the technomancers, but I know you have a few friends, Twitch. Coyote has a few friends. We'll be fine, really.
Okay.
Okay, so I know how to fly a plane, and we can get a crop duster and knockout gas. And knock out the entire compound.
We're going to fly a crop duster in the desert.
Yes.
I love
with
it.
knockout gas.
Over a compound guarded by Lone Star security.
Yes.
Well, I think we could probably get the plane there.
With knockout gas.
Do you want this plane to exist after we get it there?
I don't know.
How much knockout gas are we talking here, Twitch?
An entire compound. Knockout gas.
An entire compound of knockout gas. How are we going to get that much knockout gas?
From criminals?
Buy it?
Money.
Cody's just gonna rub the bridge of his nose, just shaking his head.
It's like you've never bought anything before.
Maybe I haven't bought things from the right places, Twitch.
So we get a crop duster and knockout gas, and then we just go in and pick it up. Problem solved.
How are we going to knock out the people inside the building?
More knockout gas.
We find their air conditioner, and we toss in knockout gas.
Okay,
Problem solved.
do we see air conditioner or central air unit on the building schematics, Twitch?
Well,
Twitch
to be
will
fair, it is
furrow
in the
her
middle.
brow, try to remember, and then open up the binder. As if seriously trying to pursue that angle.
She'll open up the binder from the back and turn it around and read one of the back pages. One of the back pages does have interesting little note on it. It says ICE, capital ICE, capital IC in the lowercase e, and a question mark, and says couple of hackers would probably go well. Flipping over to a few other pictures. Oh, it's got an air conditioner on the top of one of the roofs. It's a fairly permanent building.
So who's gonna pony up for the knockout gas?
How much does knockout gas cost?
I don't know, probably a lot.
Is it going to cost so much money that doing the run's not worth it?
I don't know. Shit.
Shit, you're drunk, Twitch.
Yup.
That's like the pod calling the fuck, we don't even use pods now.
Shit, we don't.
What do we use instead of pots?
I just get my food from the food fabricator.
Yeah, we have the
Or-
auto
or,
processor.
Or outside. On my patio.
You do have a great view from here.
Yep.
That's one way to put it.
And I've got tomatoes. Twitch will seem really proud about that bit.
Yep. You got all sorts of great things here.
Yep. Tomatoes.
Can we take the tomatoes and make knockout gas out of them?
I'm not a scientist.
Do we know a chemist?
Uh-huh. Is a doctor a chemist?
Can be.
I know a doctor.
Some people like study. They go to universities and they study up the chemistry. So absolutely, he could be a doctor with chemistry.
Yeah, and you know, he probably knows something about anesthesia and that type of thing, right? I mean, I got a guy I can ask too, I guess.
So we should bring him along so he can give everyone knockout gas.
He probably won't want to come along unless he's a really great friend of yours.
20,000 new yen.
Are you going to give him all of it?
No.
Okay.
Maybe knockout gas is a bad idea.
Yeah, there are a lot of other factors, like which way the wind is blowing, how much it blows. I mean, I don't know weather patterns.
Twitch is going to look at Coyote starting to talk about, which direction the wind is blowing and perfectly sensical logistical stuff with a look like, what the fuck do you think you're saying?
Besides, Twitch, you remember the suit I was wearing on the last job? It had like its own like sort of ventilation system and anything. That's probably what those guys have out in the desert outside. They probably wouldn't be affected by knockout gas.
Damn it. Security guards have gas masks.
Clever.
Very clever.
Lone Star has just about anything except for a brain.
And then out of the blue, Coyote's gonna say, I can get rid of that for you. And he's gonna gesture towards the node.
What are you?
Huh?
What are you pointing at? There's nothing there. I think you're drunk.
What, you mean Fido?
Are you talking about the brain?
There's a brain? I don't see anything.
No,
Wait, what?
the
You
brain,
named it?
the loans. Oh, wait, right, they don't have it. Right, right.
You mean
Uh,
Fido?
Yeah, and Kara said, wait, you named it?
Yeah. He's like a pet turtle or something.
Vice is just gonna have a look on his face like, what the fuck are they saying?
Truesayer's looking at Vice like, yeah, we're the only two sober people here. Look at these two losers.
Cody's just gonna shake his head, go for another drink, say, good luck with that. Have fun.
Thank you. Okay. So, I'm like some kind of enormous badass, right?
Okay.
I walk in there, a gun in each hand, and shoot everyone.
There's no cover.
So I'll dodge the bullets.
There's no chest-high walls.
You'll dodge the. How many bullets have you? You think you can dodge before all the security takes you out? There's at least 20 or so, right? Isn't that what Mr. Johnson said?
Yeah, well, I got 15 bullets in each gun. So, we'll see.
And in her defense, she did take out a spirit in one shot.
Yeah, I don't need 2 shots. Shit.
Truesayer doesn't look
fuck?
convinced.
Okay.
I mean, if they don't have a mage, I can hide you like I did back when we were doing the mafia job, and I can make you indivisible. And then you can go through there, and they won't see you.
Okay. So,
That's a good idea.
I go around shooting people, and Vice punches all the ladies, and you make me indivisible.
Yes.
And Coyote can...
We need the wheelman. Mr. Johnson said we're probably gonna have to access the Matrix at some point anyway.
Oh, I know. So his robots are really good at getting shot. So he can build me cover on wheels.
What?
Like, he can build me like a metal wall that has wheels on it, and it drives in front of me, getting shot instead.
I can't make that indivisible.
Why?
It's not how that works. It's not alive.
Neither are my eyes.
But you are. That's how I can make you indivisible.
So when you make me like that, does that mean everyone can see my eyes?
No,
Floating around?
because they're a part of you.
Oh. So his robot's part of him?
No.
Why?
Because the robot is an entirely separate thing. Entity, thing.
So if he glued the robot to him, would it be part of him?
No.
I don't get it.
It's okay. I'm just telling you what's gonna happen.
Okay, if I gave myself a third arm that was a robot arm, would that be part of me?
Yes.
If I gave myself a third arm that was an entire car, would that be part of me?
You wouldn't survive the surgery.
Fuck you, yes I would.
No, you wouldn't. Do you know of anyone who's had surgery to have a third car arm added to them?
Fuck you.
Look, I'm not trying to be rude here in your beautiful house with the tomatoes. I'm just saying. It's not practical.
But if it was, would it?
Yes.
Okay.
List of things Sean did not plan for whenever he made this suggestion.
Everyone deciding that after seeing a dragon was the perfect time to get completely shit-faced.
No, that sounds about right.
Alright. Good. So we're gonna look at the maps. We're gonna phone a few friends. We're gonna come up with something. And I can make you and Vice indivisible. And I know some stuff about Lone Star. We can use that to our advantage. And then we'll storm in. We'll get the package. And then we'll have to call Mr. Johnson. And she'll pick it up herself.
Okay. We pretend to be the big Lone Star boss guy, and we call up the compound and say that they all need to go somewhere else because they're fired. Yep.
Vice, you hear what she said?
Yep. It's dumb enough that it won't work.
Cody wakes up
It's
with a snort.
just dumb
Wait,
enough
what?
to get us
What?
all killed.
What happened?
Twitch just had an idea that was just dumb enough to not work.
It was great.
Yeah, I'm just saying that Cody would have woken up at that point. So he's like, "What happened?"
You're so far away from us, Krypton. Come back.
Helps if I put on my headset down, doesn't it?
It might.
Yeah. And talking from 3 feet away. Yes.
No. That's not gonna work. We need to take some time. We need to sleep on this. You know what? I'm gonna go home. And tomorrow, after we've had a lot of time to think and sleep on this, we'll be all fresh-faced, and we'll be able to attack this from an entirely different angle.
That's a good idea.
So, thank you for your Thanks for having us over.
Your place is very...
Full of tomatoes.
Can I have a tomato before I go?
Yes, you can.
How do you eat one of these? Slat.
Maybe you should ask your mom.
It's like an apple, but full of water. Yeah.
And on that note, Trusayer is gone.
Vice is gonna be like, okay, and then he's gonna get out somehow. And then he's gonna let his motorcycle drive him home because he's in no way, shape, or form competent enough.
Marcus Paulson, the party animal, returns.
Yep. Cody will grunt, nod, He's left his flask empty on the counter, and he's walked out the door.
Okay.
Does Vice's motorcycle have gyroscopic stabilization?
Yeah, his motorcycle gyro stabilization.
Okay, well then there you go. It can drive you home. And Twitch will drink herself to sleep right in the middle of her living room.
Where everyone outside can see.
And she'll probably pass out on the floor or something.
So, fast forwarding into Monday, the 25th. You all wake up refreshed and still having a run from a dragon.
Right. Oh, so we slept for like 2 days. I think the run began on... Okay.
That last meeting was
On Sunday.
on the Sunday.
Okay.
You got the call late Saturday.
All right, I understand now. And that was late. Okay. So now that we're all actually refreshed and in no way, shape, or form inhibited by outside circumstances, right?
Certainly not hungover.
Absolutely not.
That's not even a thing that happens.
We're living in 2072. You can take care of that shit. And you don't even have to take the hair of the dog approach. So now, seriously, how are we going to go about doing this?
God damn it, I don't know.
Can we kind of look at the compound map again, Sean?
It should now be visible.
All right. So
And let me go over just a couple of things. The walls are giant stone walls. They're just thick stone.
all right.
From the images, you can get a general sense of what the guards carry, and they don't carry submachines. And they look like, besides the actual outfit they're wearing, they look like standard police officers with a pistol and stun gun. So they aren't carrying normal heavy gear, but their outfit does have a respirator, and it's a full body suit designed for the desert. The pictures are good quality, so you can see these fairly clearly. Handful of humans and orcs working there. You don't see any other meta types working the guard positions. There's 2 outside the front gate. 2 outside the building, the main building's front door, and that at all times, 24/7. And then this side building over, that's when you go in the front gate and you just turn left. Side building over here is where the dogs are apparently kept. And there are yeah, about a dozen or more dogs.
Okay. Dogs out here in this climate. Oh boy.
Yeah, they're some kind of specially bred species for the desert. I don't know, some bullshit like that.
All right. Do we have coordinates of where this compound is?
Yeah, you'll have exact coordinates
All right.
and exactly the best way to get there.
How far is this from Barstow?
Just a 10-minute drive.
Okay.
Okay, Coyote. Would it be possible to hack?
In terms of what you know from hacking about the place, you don't know for sure what the security like is. That you can't get any of that from the pictures.
Right, hence the ICE question mark post-it in the this binder of notes here.
Right. So, do you think you might be able to hack the cars out front to, provide us cover and maybe run people over and keep them from escaping?
Yeah,
That is
oh, go ahead.
what Coyote would know about this for sure is that the cars, unless they have beefed up security, would certainly not be slave to anything. There'd be no way that you'd have that attached to something because they got to drive away at some point, and if they're slave to something, when they drive out of range, they just sort of stop working. So the cars are certainly hackable in that way. The question of whether anything else is possibly unlikely. Everything else will probably require access to a central node of some kind.
Right, which is why Twitch didn't even bother to ask about that.
Well, that doesn't matter so much if we can't get into the compound somehow. And judging by here, unless we have like a fucking airdrop, the only actual door in without scaling the walls is the one at the front.
Why can't we scale the walls? Get some gecko grip gloves and boots. Go right over them.
Oh, we could try. There's only
Should be hard.
the wooden tower post if we approach at cover of darkness, and maybe Lone Star's a bit bored out there. They might not realize the situation.
I mean, I don't even think we necessarily need to use the cars. I just like having them as an option.
So, is this an internal wall, Sean? This the second gray line, or is that like a perimeter?
The second gray line is fencing. It's
Okay.
not chicken wire. I forget what the word it is. It's just thick metal fencing.
Okay.
Not as it's the one that's thicker than chicken wire. I forget what the name of it is. Like wider holes.
It's all right. Yeah, it's fine. All right. We can scale the first wall, and then get some fence cutters, and we can go through the second one.
Do we know whether or not the second one is electrified?
You see no indications that there's any generator or anything at all attached to it, or really could be. There's no place for them to be attached. It's standing separate from everything, except for the one part that connects to one building, where the dogs are kept.
Then yeah, scale it, wire cutters in, try to approach at an angle that's not as well monitored.
We're probably best at the furthest distance between the watch post, which means attacking from the rear, because the compound is longer than it is wide, we'd have the most distance.
Right. Do you have any spells that can disguise someone, make them look like someone else?
One quick question before going further. Whoever has security design or any security knowledges, can go ahead and roll those now for any extra information, or anything specific to Lone Star knowledges, if you have one that's relevant to how they might have their security set up.
I have combat tactics with a specialty in urban.
If that's your most relevant one, then go ahead and roll it.
Well, what do you know?
And would urban be relevant?
Urban would not be relevant.
Okay.
Yes, Train, I'm playing Shadowrun. You're doing a good job.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
You want to play Shadowrun too, Train?
Yes.
We can use a Train on the team, right?
Which map is the koala on, by the way?
It's on the overworld map.
Really? I'm getting a bad library thing when I try to roll.
Oh.
Vice has nothing to roll on this. He actually has no idea anything about Lone Star or security protocols about them.
That's my mega corporate security with a specialization in Lone Star.
How strange. I keep getting undefined function unload lib props or whatever it is.
Are you on the overworld map and have your token selected?
Yeah. I've been trying all my different tokens.
I don't know, Crimson.
I'll just log out, log back in. Maybe there's just some weird glitch. Be right back.
I have no idea because I can roll your macros.
Hmm. Maybe he still accidentally had in like his current selection still the token from the Sunken Angels bar selected and hadn't realized. I don't know.
No, I mean, I tried like 3 of my drones. I was going to roll with just anything I could, but all of them were giving the same problem.
Okay. In that case, Java.
Yeah, I did get one small error when you said that. Hopefully, no fucker's gonna start up.
Woo!
Maybe it's too big a map. Maybe I made too big a map this time. Not the vision blocking now, it's just sheer size. It's all one texture of Java. You should be able to handle it.
That's what you think.
Oh, sorry. It's 2 textures. There are 2 textures in there. There is a second one hidden under there. Maybe that's... There we go.
Yeah, now it works. That was just really strange.
Okay, so Twitch got nothing. What's your actual knowledge? What's Truthsayer's actual knowledge?
Mega corporate security with a specialization in Lone Star.
Okay, and security
It's
design.
almost like you were made for this run.
Okay. Likes to keep a lot more vision out, a lot more cameras and drones wandering around. Even with the spirits like in the area, it seems like there's not much they're doing to actually patrol, and Lone Star likes to patrol. That likes big patrol routes. That gives it good intelligence on all the area around it. So, very likely that there is some other thing viewing the place that you can't see in the pictures.
Good. Well, I can gather a bit of knowledge myself. I can sit on the site for a few hours and perhaps avoid notice, take a look at what spirits they might have looking over the place, if they actually do, any watchers, and as their auras will stick out well enough, what their patrol routes might be. Timings.
And I could definitely, it's easier for you to get there, obviously, but I can send out my Optic X drone around the perimeter and see if they have any patrols outside the compound.
The drone, I imagine they'd have a better chance of noticing. Given its location so far out, unlike with the surveillance you've attempted to do inside the city limits, I imagine any of them will attract suspicion. I, of course, remember the one drone that you sent over that outpost in the toxic zone, and what happened to that.
Well, I was thinking of doing a kilometer out. If they can see something the size of a cat from a kilometer out, then I don't think we have much chance of approaching this thing with anything.
That's yeah. That's entirely logical. It's worth testing. All right, then. I suppose, Sean, what my character is going to do, is get into the safe place, his home, and astrally project his way towards the Mojave compound. And once he's there, sort of go for there. Like, he's not looking to get so close, like he's hugging the fucking thing, like the mafia place that he inspected earlier, but definitely to get a great look at the exterior of it, because he needs to eyeball, spirits or watchers, or maybe someone's astrally projecting or perceiving as well. Lone Star mages. He's had a few runs
Well-
in with them before.
Go ahead and roll me an sensing test.
Okay. I'll give you my generic one that doesn't involve metahumans.
You can just go ahead and roll the other one, actually, the metahuman one, and I'll just because I really don't want you to roll for every single individual.
Okay. Looks like the extra 2d6 that I left off for the metahuman specialization turned up no hits, so 4 hits.
Okay. So you'll be able to pinpoint first. There are Watcher Spirit.
Okay.
They're at each of the 4 corners of the stone walls, outside the walls, just sort of floating around, looking around. Not patrolling actually, like not actually going away from the walls at all. Just watching from right outside the compound or right inside, just staying right there. So any attempt to get through unseen would probably have to be in something enclosed, because otherwise they'll spot you from a mile out.
Alright. That's good to know. The Watcher spirits, obviously I would be able to see the glimmers of like the auras outside the walls too, right?
Yeah, when you're actually perceiving, you can see them very clearly. The Watcher spirits very clearly. Getting high up, you'll probably be able to peek into the walls too.
Yeah.
And you'll see every now and then well, how long are you doing this? Are you just doing the one scan for a few hours, or are you taking a whole day at it?
I would definitely say I would take it an entire day at it. I can do it in about safely, I would say 4-hour intervals. I know I have 6 hours out of my body, but just in case something goes awry, give myself 4 hours, return to the body, maybe get a bite to eat, then take another look.
Yeah, a couple hours leeway to find where your body, if your body is, if you've been misplaced, is probably, even that's a little. You might always want longer, but there'll be no problem with that. Just heading out, and as long as you stay far away, the Watchers will not seem to respond to you. Looking over the walls, getting to high distance enough that it starts to feel uncomfortable, so you can peek down over them, you'll see that there are at least a couple of mages in there. A whole day, you'll probably note that there's 3 mages at least in there. You'll also notice one particularly fairly powerful individual drive up, get out of a car, along with a couple of people, sort of be there most of the day and drive out near the end of the day.
Okay.
With 4, I do believe you get someone's actual magic rating.
I definitely do the exact essence, magic, and force of a particular subject.
The exact essence is 4.22. The exact magic is 7.
That's 7 after essence reductions as well.
Yes, that is. That is someone that merits a character sheet.
Mm.
Wait, whom is this?
An individual.
The only thing you'll see for sure is that drives in, drives out.
Yep. And I'll have aura recognition just in case I ever run into that person again.
Yeah. Do you want to follow them?
Yeah. Actually, I definitely would.
You'll get a couple of miles before a Watcher Spirit will appear.
Okay.
Outside the car, and you bug off. Then that's as they're getting back into town. A Watcher Spirit will appear.
All right. That's definitely smart and intelligent. All right. Trusair would just go back to the compound then. Alright, that's definitely worth noting.
Specifically, let me go ahead and tell you that they have oh, at least some headwear. Cyber eyes, you can tell for sure. Probably cyber ears. Something that looks like a comm link, and a couple of things inside their chest.
Okay.
I never did fully know for sure whether or not you're supposed to get like their meta humanity type or it's oh that's actually covered. Yeah, you would get a meta humanity type, so you know that they are human. Um, I'd assume gender and whatnot would be in the same grouping as that. So you'll also know they're female, and you get one other role, a knowledge of. Oh, I have it right here. Megacorp Security Lone Star knowledge. Go ahead and make that roll again.
Okay, will do. Go
This
ahead.
is for a specific piece of information that you may or may not know.
Alright. Go ahead and corporate security. I don't want to use edge on this. 3 hits.
You have sensed them before. You don't know who they are. You know that they work for Lone Star.
Alright.
At some point during a run, sometime back in Seattle, you may have run across that particular astral signature or that astral form and that aura. I mean, but you never found out who they were.
Okay. Okay. Alright. That's my day of surveillance, everyone. Anyone have an idea what they want to do for the Monday? I guess the only other person who suggested like a potential surveillance thing was Coyote, but obviously, if Vice or Twitch had any plans.
Yeah. From Coyote, I do want perception rolls from whatever drones out there. And then anything that Vice or Twitch wants to do. Did you say
Honestly,
something, Crypto?
Twitch is mostly just
no.
waiting for more information right now.
Vice really has nothing to offer. I mean, the only real way he could help in doing surveillance would be for himself to go out there and actually be there, and that's kind of not a good idea.
Okay. 3 hits will be enough for you to confirm no drones out there. There's cameras on the walls, but they're not high quality. After conferring with Trusair, it'll probably the conclusion that they're relying on the spirit security a bit heavily is probably fairly apparent. Not a lot of electronic physical security. No way to tell what the matrix is like there if they have any time matrix security without actually trying to access.
Right. Coyote will have programmed the optitext to record that, and he would have sent, a loop of the compound to everybody to look at as well. So they just see what they were talking about. No big deal. But yeah, that pretty much brings Coyote out of his depth for that. It's he's not sure how to approach it if spirits are watching it. So that would be something that he would need Truthsayer's expertise on.
Lone Star involvement confirmed. There is a battery trio of mages overwatching this and controlling innumerable little watcher spirits. One of the things I destroyed back at that flight school. Whenever I attempted to assist Twitch and Watcher back out there. We're definitely going to be going in at night from the opposite side of the entry point. During the day, there is a exceptionally powerful individual. I don't have a name for you, or how he looks, or how she might look. But what I can say is, he is a far more powerful mage than I am, and that's after cyberware. For you, Coyote, and Twitch, that cyberware normally, in addition to corroding and eating away at the life essence of a person, also hampers and disrupts and awakens capabilities. So to overcome deficiencies that would be caused by intrusions and still end up more powerful than me is rather exceptional and will mean that we will not attack during the day. Now, as for our approach, the Watcher spirits cannot see us if we are covered. We will need something between us and them, or something around us. Perhaps a vehicle of some kind, or some other sort of shroud that would obscure how we appear to them, that would allow us to approach under the cover of darkness, especially if the cameras aren't as good. The Watcher spirits will not be able to pick us out, as we will be nothing more than oblique shadows.
Hmm.
And did you ever answer my question about being able to disguise people with magic?
No, I can't do that.
Damn it.
The best I can do is hide you. In regards to actually disguising you as someone else, no.
I was hoping we could, I don't know, knock out a guard, steal a uniform. Though they do have those masks, don't they?
They do. If you could somehow get a guard, I don't think they would be patrolling individually, though, unless they were short-handed or foolish. Lone Star tends not to do solo patrols.
Yeah, they probably got biomonitors or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the easiest guards, I'm assuming Coyote we've seen this as well, is the two in front of the front gate. I don't think any were easily accessible other than those two.
And the guards do live on the compound, as far as you can see.
It's not like we're going to be picking them off like we've picked off other people in the past. No, this would have to be a stealth job. Not exactly walking through a doorway. We're going to have to be careful and cautious in our approach. Preferably disguised the entire time, because even though I can easily handle the spirits, just them losing one would put the mages on alert, which would put everyone on alert.
Right. But so then, once we're through the front door, what then?
Well, I can't see inside the building. I'd have to get too close, and I would definitely have been spotted. And besides, I can't see those shapes that well. Not in the astral world, so we'd have to find the server room where the physical servers are being kept. Which might mean that if you've got a hacker friend, I do believe I might have mentioned that yesterday, along with many other things,
I don't remember a goddamn thing after we left the bar.
It's not important. You have great tomatoes, by the way.
I really hope that's not a euphemism.
I don't think you meant it as a euphemism.
Okay, then.
Yeah, if you know someone, or perhaps someone who could put us in touch with someone who could actually get a handle, or would be desperate enough to risk attempting any sort of security on that compound. Maybe if they don't care so much about the cameras, they don't care so much about I mean, the ice is there as a little note, but you have no idea how difficult it might be. Someone who probed the defenses. Maybe get us at least a picture of how it might look on the inside.
Yeah, I might be able to get a hold of a hacker. I'll get in contact with my friend.
All right.
And do note, I mean, Coyote has an agent he can send as well. Probably not good as a pure hacker, but can definitely probe defenses with it.
A pure hacker probably has a better agent.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, he only has an agent 3, I think.
Yeah, same as Twitch.
Yeah, after that the price gets kind of crazy, so I didn't get it.
Yup. When it came to deciding whether Twitch was going to have to take a hit on software or take a hit on cyberware, software was the obvious choice.
Much the same for Coyote and Matrix Software and drones.
Anyway, Twitch will try and get in contact with Mr. Monday.
It'll probably be late in the day when you're having this conversation. Give me 1 second to go ahead and just roll for it.
There's absolutely no way Twitch woke up before noon.
Well, this is happening after surveillance on the 25th, so...
Okay. Something.
Something dark side.
I'll go ahead and say he's available.
All right.
To answer your call, yeah.
Hey, I've got another job, and we might want a hacker to, if nothing else, kind of probe the place and see if you can get any internal shots using their security cameras. Could you maybe hook me up with someone who can do that for us?